The most powerful proof that the higher power does not stand with the narcissist's actions is the way life itself starts to speak to you. Call it God, the universe, spirit, or simply inner wisdom that rises from somewhere beyond logic. Whatever name feels right for you, there is something greater than the abuse that begins to whisper when you have endured enough. It does not shout, does not force, but it places signs after sign in your path, urging you to reclaim yourself, to leave the narc. These moments are not random. They are reminders that you were never meant to live in a place where love feels like survival and where every day demands you give up another piece of your soul. People often doubt themselves in these narcissistic relationships. They think they're imagining patterns because of gaslighting, right? They've been told they're overreacting. Yet, if you look back, there are points where the evidence that you must leave becomes too clear to dismiss. Divine intervention is what I call it. It's the God's way of guiding you toward freedom. It presents signs that appear in small details and in larger moments of clarity. They arrive when your spirit is strong enough to handle the truth. Today, we will talk about 5 of those signs. I'm not talking about abstract ideas. These are real life experiences that survivors like you and me often describe when they finally step away from the narc that has been draining them. These signs are reminders that you deserve peace, dignity, and a life untouched by manipulation. If you have been asking for direction, you may already be receiving it. I'm Danish, a narcissistic abuse recovery professional. Welcome to my channel. Today is the last day to sign up for my upcoming webinar on how to overcome betrayal trauma after narcissistic abuse. If you want to secure your spot before the booking closes, click the link in the description. Now, let's look at these 5 signs that the higher power shows you when it's time for you to let go of the narcissist. Number 1, a steady inner voice repeats that may say, "You were never meant to live this way." There comes a moment when an inner voice becomes persistent. It may feel calm yet firm, like a steady current under the surface of your thoughts. You may hear it while driving, standing in the shower, or lying awake at night. The message is always the same. You were never created to endure this constant tension. It's not just fear, it's a reminder of your worth. This voice does not compete with the narcissist chaos. It does not argue with their accusations or try to explain why you deserve better. It simply names the truth and keeps naming it until you begin to listen. For some, it sounds like a sentence that repeats in their mind. For others, it's a knowing that rests in the body, a sense that staying has become a violation of something really sacred. The more you respect this voice, the stronger it grows. It helps you note how often you apologize for things that are not your fault. It highlights the way your body braces when you hear their footsteps. It brings focus to how much of your life has been spent managing someone else's moods. Over time, it becomes impossible to ignore. That is a divine nudge telling you that freedom is holy work. Number 2, old photographs of you surface, showing a light in your eyes you forgot existed. This is another sign that comes through memory. You may open a drawer and find an old photograph of yourself, or a social media reminder pops up with an image from years ago. What catches you is not just the picture, but the expression you see. There is an openness in your eyes, a spark you have not seen in a long time. The image feels almost foreign because the person looking back carries a freedom you have been missing. This moment can be really painful because you may not be able to recognize yourself, but it's also healing. It's as if life is handing you a mirror of who you truly are. The photograph becomes a message. What does it say? You were whole before this relationship, and that wholeness still lives inside you. The narcissist's control may have dimmed your confidence, but it has not erased your essence. It cannot. A lot of survivors describe feeling a wave of grief when they see those photos, followed by a gentle strength. They realize that their authentic self is still waiting to be claimed. The memory of that light helps you measure how far you have drifted from yourself, and it fuels the courage needed to return. Number three, you start meeting people who offer you the kindness you have been missing. Divine guidance arrives through other people quite often. After years of being surrounded by criticism or manipulation, you may begin to cross paths with individuals who treat you with simple respect. They listen without interrupting, remember small details about your life. They offer support without expecting anything in return. At first, this can be unsettling because you have grown used to relationships that take more than they give. These encounters may happen at work, in a support group, or even during small conversations with strangers. They remind you of what healthy connection feels like. Each kind interaction becomes evidence that your current situation is not the limit of love available to you. They give you a preview of life beyond control and drama. The purpose of these meetings is not to rush you into new attachments. No, it is to broaden your awareness of what is possible. They show you that compassion is real and that you are worthy of receiving it. When you recognize the difference between genuine care and conditional affection, your tolerance for mistreatment begins to fade. Number four, very important, books, especially religious books, fall open to passages about courage and boundaries. Sometimes answers hide in plain sight. You may be reading a book, Bible, Quran, or even just picking one up without intention, and it falls open to a passage that speaks directly to your situation. The words may discuss boundaries, self respect, or the strength to release what harms you. The timing is too precise to dismiss. It feels as though wisdom itself has stepped into your day. Let me know in the comments if you have experienced this. These moments are powerful because they cut through the fog of confusion. They bypass the arguments in your head about staying or leaving. They provide language for feelings you have struggled to name. A sentence or paragraph can suddenly organize your experience and confirm what you have been sensing all along. Many survivors keep these lines close. They underline them or place a bookmark so they can return to them when doubt creeps in. The message again is one: the truth about your situation is already written, waiting for you to see it. Each time you encounter those words, they reinforce the permission to choose yourself. Number five, and the last one, sudden, inexplicable peace settles in whenever you picture walking away. Just the picturing of it. One of the clearest signs comes as a wave of peace. You may be thinking about the possibility of leaving, and instead of fear, you feel a calm that does not fit the circumstances. Your mind may try to dismiss it, but the body recognizes a deep release. It's a stillness that arrives when you imagine stepping out of the cycle. This peace is not the same as numbness or avoidance. It feels alive, steady, and deeply right. It comes without bargaining, without needing the narcissist to change at all. It is an assurance that moving forward is safe and aligned with something greater than you. Even if the challenges remain, you sense that the hardest part will be behind you once you take that step. A lot of people describe this experience as the moment they finally breathe fully. They wake up from a psychological coma. Their shoulders drop, heartbeat slows, and for the first time in a long while, they sense space around them. That peace is guidance. It's the sign that you have reached the point where freedom is not just an idea, but a divine act of honoring yourself. Let me know in the comments if you have been here, if you have experienced this. Now, to bring it all together, leaving a narcissistic relationship is rarely simple. There are practical worries, emotion ties, and years of conditioning to overcome. Yet, there are also forces working for your healing. Signs like a persistent inner voice, old photograph reflecting your true self, new people showing you healthy love, meaningful words falling into your hands, and unexpected peace are not coincidences. They are confirmations that you deserve a free life, a life free from manipulation. If any of these experiences resonate with you, take them seriously. They're not only about leaving someone, they're about returning to yourself. I can help you do that. Join my upcoming workshop happening on overcoming betrayal, trauma after narcissistic abuse. Link is in the description. I'll talk to you soon. Until then, as always, let the healing begin and continue.